Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will be talking about biogas plants and how to be used in Indonesia. This using machine learning system, and the work is that machine learning by slum mapping in support of slum upgrading programs. The case of Bandung of City Indonesia. The work is published in recent number of remote sensing. The survey mapping product conducted by the Indonesia in the largest target cities without slums, showing mapping inconsistencies due to several reasons. For example, dependency of surveilled experience and complexity of slum indicator set. By relying on such inconsistent maps, it will be difficult to monitor the National Slum Upgrading Program. Remote sensing imagery combined with machine learning algorithms could support the reduction of these inconsistencies. This study used support vector machine and random forest mapping for slum mapping in support of slum mapping campaign. The recognizing of the complexity of different slum and formal areas, in addition to selection, combined Hilbert Schmidt independent criticality was used to significant features of classifying slums. Overall were made and robust locating. Slum upgrading is becoming constant international council agenda promoted by Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals. The government of Indonesia is committed to producing slums and released a new national policy called Sustainable Acts Programs, aiming at achieving cities without slums by 2018. The lack of baseline is one of the largest challenges in achieving this target. Such are required to support the government's the selection of priority monitoring implementation. And calculating in 2015, 39,000 slum areas were reported in 390 Indonesia cities. Our labor-intensive lab consuming particularly more frequent updating is required. The major shortcoming of server-based slum mapping is inconsistent in the results to different interpretation of slum indicators by the surveyors of the three major regions were chosen as Kota Sorong, Kota Samaranda, and Kota Samarima and Surang Karang Mumus. And this is urban Vimparia and Pons. To tackle issues, remote sensing-based slum identification is proposed. Several mapping in studies have used various human images showing the scope of remote sensing, but also the inherent uncertainties. Several studies stressed the capacity of machine learning for slum identification, including beyond spectral, also features of texture, geometry, and structure. However, those studies didn't analyze how the derived information from machine learning could be used to support slum upgrading programs. Most studies don't consider this aspect and the political context on the mapping results. Thus, the probe performs slum identification by machine learning slum characteristics need to be well understood. The stress that local adaptation of the generic slum ontology is required, incorporating local knowledge with machine learning system. Simple vector machine learning outperformed the multiplicated in the city scale. Therefore, we first map slums to discuss with local stakeholders. For the methods, we select support vector machine learning and rainforest prognosis selected as the development field for slum and non-slum of campus area. This for supervised vector modeling, the radial risk kernel. There are several kernels such as linear polynomial and sigmoid. In general, kernel can also be good performance. In popular kernel, the radial basic function is selected if generally produces state-of-art results in variety of application. Therefore, rainforest prognosis and supervised machine learning radial basic function show gains in times good accuracy in terms of computational time, which is very relevant upscale methods for city national slum mapping. Large datasets are computationally more costly. To upgrade slot area, the Indonesia requires data correct timely requirements, increments. This local slum adaptation is to the environment level and slums the shape of slum settlements, contextual features, and spectral features such as normalized vegetation index. The object level referring to building and road characteristics in slums can be explained by spectral features, object shapes. The relationship between images, features, and is not simple. It can be done to one of many. Image describe several local slum characteristics. The snap upgrade is making machine learning slum basic method and slum mapping to survey-based indicators with local slum with results shown by machine learning-based mapping with certain features, spectral, contextual, or slum characteristics. The study conducted in Bandung, in the capital West Java province in the city interacted immigrants because employment or integration purposes. According to the same neighborhoods, the four main steps within its evaluation. Next, we have several rural urban villages from the city documents. The mapping were very potential of image-based differentiate slum and non-slum areas. The second step includes fair feature extraction, feature selection, classification, sequence forward selection combined with Hilbert-Schmidt independent criterion. This produces an informative feature subset input for the classification. In the first step, the classification is always consulted with supervised machine learning results, and this were processing paired images with client documents, preprocessing, training, validation of data equation, and classification by supervised machine learning and rainforest for prognosis. Compare and industry up to getting proper results. Material was secondary and data from 2016 and results for 2015 using Google Earth images and showing the good projects. They were dimension environments, settlements, and objects. Local indicators, hazardous area, small area, proximity to industries, slowly, dirty areas, irregular pattern, high density, unpaved public constructed. There were images. If no hazardous, no image feature was explained, contextual feature. Others made to implement the permanent flow to make more space. In addition, small open spaces in our area were found, such as cramped football and basketball fields, cemeteries, or waste dumps. Vegetation is rarely found in slums. A lot of houses didn't have sanitary waste management using covered conduits to control the flow of gravel and black water. When flooding occurs, all the waste comes to the surface. Sanitation is a critical issue in these such neighborhoods. Often got sick after the flooding. In the Indonesia, in general, high quantities or uncertainties of high local boundaries, and often the higher constant of accuracy, the lower certainty of mapping results. Thus, the system of carbon contributes to this uncertainties of slumps. They describes complex morphology. These large features are employed. The normalized difference vegetation index, built-up index, and grade level occurrence index are morphological features. In this normalized difference vegetation index are used to analyze vegetation presence conditions. Stumps are very dense, making it good indicators to distinguish them and non-stump indicators. In general, larger window size and higher computation cost with size of 105. This was calculated for original bands. There is similarity. However, the process was very consuming. The future selection will obtain in 78 slums area. The pension of commonly operate in popular. The measurements of kernel matrix are. This classification supervised machine learning in rainforest were done in tiles 505 from paid layers. We randomly choose 30 points of represent star and non-star characters each time. The prior selection for training was split into training and validation. The preferred strategy classification between parameters to grid search to improve classifier supervised machine learning. The combined sets, feature set and paraphrase and several methods of classifying map. The sum mapping confirms qualitatively and qualitatively in true positive to negative functions. Quantitative compact, correctness, completeness, qualitative comparing. The qualified kappa offers small overviews. The correctness measures the reliability of the stars detected. In addition, the score requires the multi-resolution of conventional networks for image. Another common accuracy measure is measured as the harmonic mean precision to recall as false. To assess the snapping of the national target on every setup was designed. The before and we combine and the feature for classification and features that have many bounds were analyzed. The suffix refers to window size, the accuracy increase and increasing window size. The accuracy assessment, the several types of radian neighbor points. This process evaluates the variance label. It is necessary to select better performance size down in classification. To be selected from the total of 78 average. Contest and small dissimilarity provides out-of-band error including feature importance. This supervised vector machine and random forest were necessary with time-consuming compared with of two options, the highest obtained with supervised machine learning, with supervised vector machine with feature selection. This without with the forest was 85% random forest didn't change, but in case of super vector machine learning, they give little bit more accuracy. So supervised machine learning with clearing, sequencing, sequential feature selection give better results, and thus making much better in such case for this than random forest. This gives that what is called, however, it's still much more psychology. The people are changing, so there should be much differences in reality, future. So the program should learn also the learning, not only nowadays. So they should know that people changes during time, changing the potential. This needs to be considered for cost-providing requirement and human resources. However, It is only supportive tool, but it is important to find also these beings. So thank you very much for listening with.